There's an article that is causing a lot of panic to some of the new investors, which apparently was published by analyst who shared his thoughts. In fact, on that article, there is a second analyst who joins in and sort of like clarify or made also comment based on what the analyst or the automotive analyst was saying about NIO, Xpeng and Li Auto. Apparently, to go straight to the point, this analyst says that if NIO, Xpeng and Li Auto don't find themselves selling at least 2 million cars annually per year, then unfortunately they are not going to make it. This is what he was saying, and he said this is because of the fact that R&D's, research and development, is gonna be or is going to continue being the core of these companies, and the more they do research and developments, the more they will have to be spending more, in a way that unless they are generating or they are selling around 2 million cars per year, they are not going to survive this fast-growing EV space. Now, looking at where NIO is currently sitting at, you will know that NIO this year intends on selling 450,000 cars. It is very far off from what, or from where the analyst was saying, or the figures, right? But one thing that when I read that article, which came to me, that which he forgot to mention about NIO, which is extremely important, because that's what makes NIO different from the other EV competitors, that is your Li Auto and Xpeng. NIO has got a technology called battery swapping, which this technology in itself, it is expected to do very well. It is expected to generate NIO billions and billions of dollars, which therefore mean that NIO might not necessarily need that 2 million which he is saying, though it will be good that NIO gets to 2 million. But there is this technology called battery swapping station that is able, or that has the potential to generate NIO billions and billions of dollars, which it's very, very important that when he talks about NIO, he does not leave this one out. I mean, on that article, he talks about R&D needs to even go to the next level, and we know that NIO, and honestly, when you compare to Li Auto and Xpeng, NIO is the company that is spending the most on R&Ds, which is why NIO is the EV company that has advanced the most when you look into the other EV makers. I mean, today there is a video that has been trending on the streets of social media where we were seeing the NIO ET9 coming out, I think, of Li Auto's quarters. I don't know if there is their headquarters, which is sparking some interest onto the new investors to say that, oh, it means that NIO, this car, really has sparked some interest. Maybe Li Auto was checking some of the technology and see how they can also improve their cars, which this speaks volumes about NIO, right? Now, the second thing that that analyst forgot, over and above the battery swapping station, it's obviously NIO has got sub-brands models, right? NIO will be selling cars fitting for almost everyone, which this is the strategy that we see also on BYD. I mean, that analyst said one of the things that will make EV car makers like NIO, Li Auto and Xpeng to succeed or to get to that 2 million, it will be BYD, because BYD, you know that annually, last year they sold over 4 million cars or 4 million units, and this is as a result of them having a massive fleet of cars which they are selling. They've got a lot of sub-brands, they've got a lot of car brands that are under BYD, and that has been the thing that made them to succeed or get them to where they are today. And coming back, looking at NIO has got Onvo, NIO has got Firefly. Already NIO is on the right path of not just only offering one brand, but offering 2 additional brands. You'll know that the reason why NIO CEO saw this from afar and he did this, he said, look at the relationship between Lexus, Toyota and Suzuki. Look at the relationship between BMW, Mini Cooper. Look at the relationship between VW and Audi. All these other car brands were made so that they can also cater for more people or for the more mass market, because BMW, we know it's quite pricey. Lexus, we know it's quite pricey. BYD sub-brands include Yangwang, Denza, Faichangpao. These are some of the sub-brands that, of course, you find under BYD, which they have been assisting BYD to get to the next level. And knowing that NIO is also doing this, I think it's very important that analysts should have picked this one up, because that is also the secret recipe as to why BYD is obviously winning. I know that the core or primary, another reason why BYD is winning, of course, is that most of the products, batteries, most parts, they are producing them in-house, which makes it easier. And NIO already, it's already on that route also. NIO have got their chips which they are developing in-house. NIO, there are some of the parts that they are putting onto their cars that they are building in-house, which this is also very, very important. So NIO might be selling or going to sell 450,000 cars, and NIO maybe in the next 3 years might not get to that 2 million mark. But let me tell you something. NIO, because of all these things, battery swapping, because with the help of sub-brands, technologies, R&Ds, after sales services, NIO is going to survive. Trust me, because if you look at the NIO non-EV sales figure, you will know that it's around $300 million. This is a revenues that NIO is generating outside selling the cars themselves. Now, tell me where this revenue could be if NIO is to double sales this year. You would agree with me that we can see this sales or this non-EV sales revenues doubling also this year, meaning that next year already NIO could be generating over $1 billion from non-EV sales, other sales, which is something that I think this one, if you have to forget everything I said, you must remember this, and that is these other EV sales will be also very important for NIO, because no other EV maker is doing what NIO is doing. No other EV maker has got battery swapping stations, and because of this, NIO will succeed. NIO, yes, would like it to get to 2 million, but even if in the next 3 years they don't get to 2 million, they are not going to go anyway, because NIO continues improving. NIO after sales are just out there for all to see that indeed this technology works, this technology is going nowhere, which is why the Chinese government has been giving massive support onto this technology, because they see the potential that lies within this technology. So yeah, that article, that analyst said, obviously NIO has to merge, or these 3 EV companies will need to merge, which I don't think for NIO it's that necessary, man, honestly, because NIO is doing things that these other EV makers are not doing, and that will make them succeed, that will make them do well. And in a nutshell, NIO is not going to go bankrupt, NIO is not going to go anywhere. Q4, NIO is targeting profitability, and profitability is coming, and once it comes, you will never see NIO struggling generating money. It will come very fast. This is the statement that our president, or the NIO president, said some couple of weeks ago, when he said when profitability comes, it will come at a fast pace, and it will be a lot, which is something that is very, very interesting, something that we like as investors, and we look forward to that. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to share this video to your friends, your family, those that are in it for NIO, because this article, in as much as yes, some of the people might think about this, some people might not think and might get deceived by this article and end up making harsh decisions. But anyways, what you do with your money is up to you. All I do here is to give you the latest development, latest updates, and try to obviously come and tell you why NIO is a long-term winner. Tell me what you think about this. Blue Sky is coming long-term winner. I'll see you on the next one, and God bless you all.